Good morning. It is Thursday, yoga day. How's everyone doing? It's raining outside, but it was a beautiful day yesterday, nice and warm. It's the little things that make us happy these days. I think we have 3 more weeks of lockdown here, so we're doing the best we can. Today is going to be a gentle yoga. So we're going to just stretch. And I know we've only been doing it once a week, and I really feel like once a week isn't enough to keep the benefits that we're trying to get with the opening the body, mobilizing and stuff. So just make sure if you are doing it, you can save this and then do it a couple times throughout the week. And then every Thursday we'll do a new class. How's that sound? All right, he's not impressed today. Anyone want to talk before we start? Put it in the chat if you need to. I think we're good to go. All right, let's get started. We're going to start in child's pose today. So when you're in your child's pose, hold on. So coming into child's pose, taking your hands either beside you, in front, or underneath your forehead. Do whatever feels good to you. Now we're using this posture to really get into the back, really get into the rib cage. So as you're here, deepen your breath, bring a gentle smile, and remind yourself what you want to get out of this practice. It's a half hour of your time. What do you want to get out of it? And really slow everything down through the body, through the mind. With your next breath in, let's reach the arms forward, spread your fingers, and coming up to table pose. As we exhale, let's move into downward dog. Press your hips up and back. Coming back to table on the inhale. And exhale, press it back to child's pose. So we're just going to keep moving up and down from here. Into table, downward dog, back down to table, and child's pose. Now your downward dog, your table is going to look different than anyone else's. So don't worry about what it looks like. I just want you to start feeling what's going on with your hips, your hamstrings, your feet, your shoulders, and just moving with your own breath, taking your time as you go and exploring how the body feels. Let's do 2 more. The last one here, we'll hold in our downward dog, and let's walk the hands back to the toes. Come up to stand as we inhale, reach the arms up. Let's stay here, take a hold of the left wrist and exhale over to the right. Inhale, coming back up to center, take a hold of the right wrist, exhale over to the left. Inhale, coming back up to center, reach up, back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Walking the hands forward, inhale to downward dog. And with the exhale, take your shoulders over your wrists and bring the left knee down. So we come into a 1-leg table. Right leg goes up, left arm goes forward. And now we're trying to create a straight line on the left, from the left fingertips through the spine and out of the right heel. Stay really strong in your right shoulder and keep spreading the fingers of the right hand. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, the left hand comes down and round your back and take your forehead and knee into the chest. Come back up as we inhale. Lift the chin, lift the toes. Exhale and round. Squeeze the knee to the forehead. 1 more. Inhale, bring it up, lift. Exhale, tuck it in. Let's move to plank on the inhale. Right toes back, left toes back. And as we exhale, on or off your knees, lower down. Lifting the chest, moving into cobra as we inhale. Exhale, lowering the chest down, press it back, child's pose. Stay here, big breath into the back. Long exhale, soften your shoulders. Ground into the palms, inhale, hands and knees. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward dog. Shoulders over the wrists and inhale, right knee comes down. Stay strong and long in that left leg. Exhale the left leg up. Squeeze through your abdominal wall, take your right arm forward. So now we're trying to get a straight line, right hand to the left fingers, but keep active into your abdominal wall. Big breath in, squeeze your left glute. Exhale, the hand comes down and the left knee comes into the chest, forehead to knee. Inhale, bring it up, lift the chest, lift the toes. Exhale, round it in, squeeze the belly. Again, inhale, bring it up, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, round. We're trying to get strong into the abdominal wall. Now let's shoot the toes to the back of the mat with the inhale. Right toes tucked next to the left, moving into plank. Hold here, deep breath in, on or off your knees, lower down, exhaling. Inhale to cobra and then coming up into a high cobra. So just straightening the arms a little bit or a lot. Pull your shoulder blades back. Keep pushing the tops of your feet down and pull the shoulders so that you can lengthen the back of your neck. Take one more breath in. Shoulders are back, chest is forward. Squeeze your abdominal wall as you round your back and exhale, sit back to child's pose. Big breath into the lower back. Exhale, soften your spine, soften your hips. Inhale, coming back up to table, tuck your toes, and moving into downward dog. Walking your hands back to your toes. Get your feet in line with your hips. Inhale to stand, arms reaching up. Take a hold of your left wrist and exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, coming back up through center. Take a hold of the right wrist and exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, coming back up to center and reach. Take your hands take your fingertips to the tips of the shoulders as we exhale. So we've got the elbows out wide and high. Now we're just gonna make big circles with the elbows. So this is really good for mobility of the shoulders, really good for strengthening your posture muscles, opening up the chest to create more space for your lungs. This is an excellent movement, so just go really slow and take advantage of all the benefits. And let's go the opposite direction. Make sure that you're still grounded equally in your feet and you're lifting up from your foundation, so you're not sagging into your hips. Last one, reaching the arms all the way up as we inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Walk the hands to plank, inhale. Exhale, hold here, take your knees down. Find yourself back into your table pose. Take your right fingertips to the right ear and notice the right elbows out to the side wall. Now with the inhale, look to the side wall, bring your right elbow towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your elbow underneath your left armpit. Inhale, come back up. So push yourself out of that left arm, reach the right elbow. Exhale and twist. This is a good upper abdominal strengthener. One more. Inhale, bring the elbow up. Look at the right wall. Good. Exhale, tuck the elbow under. Inhale, come back up. This time we're taking the right arm straight up to the ceiling. And exhale the right hand down to table. Left elbow out to hand to the ear, elbow to the left wall. Inhale, take it out and up. Look at the left wall. Good. Exhale, tuck it under the right armpit. Inhale, come back up. Push yourself out of that right shoulder. Exhale, tuck the left elbow under the right armpit. Inhale, take it out, lift, 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 really long through that right arm. Exhale, squeeze, get really small to the left, to the abdominals. Inhale, take the left arm all the way straight up. And exhale, lower the hand, tuck the toes, moving back into our downward dog. Hold here, deep breath in. Exhale, walk your feet and your hands to the center of the mat. Fold here. Inhale to stand, coming all the way up, reach the arms. Take a hold of your left wrist, exhale to the right. Now we've been here before, but this time we're gonna stay side bending. Soft bend in your left knee and tap your right toes out to the right. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. Keep spreading the toes of your left foot. Let's start to lift that right leg. It doesn't have to go very high. We just want to challenge our balance here. We're also challenging the strength of that left foot, the mobility and the agility of the ankle. So keep allowing the softness through the bottom of the foot, and that's going to help to hold you up. Try not to grip your toes. One more big breath in. Exhale, come back to center, right foot next to left. Let's take the hands to heart, reset. So toes pointing forward, hips right over ankles, shoulder blades down. And when you hold your prayer pose, see if you can take your elbows out, and this is gonna help to activate the shoulders and the back. So you're pressing the palms together, activating the chest, shoulder blades pull down, and the elbows are wide. Inhale, arms up. Take a hold of your right wrist, exhale, side bend to the left. So find your foundation first in your right foot. Spread your toes, bring a soft bend to the right knee, and take your left toes out to the left. Now notice here, the tendency is to roll forward. So I want you to think about having the back of your head up against the wall. Now take your left leg up. What we're trying to do is side bend. So think about lifting your left hip up into your left armpit. Tuck your front ribs in so you're not arching your back. Pull your right shoulder back and spread your toes. Take a big breath into your right side. And exhale, come back through neutral, left foot next to right. Hands come to heart. Press the palms together, shoulders are active, upper back is equally as strong as the chest. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Walking the hands forward, stepping the feet back. Inhale. As we exhale, step your right foot in between the hands and take your left knee down. Untuck your left toes and walk your hands so they're on top of your right thigh. The chest is square to the wall you're facing. Left hip pulls forward, right hip pulls back. Take your left arm up so it's right by the ear. Take your right fingers down so they're reaching for the floor. And now we're side bending to the right. This is a really good opener for your hip flexor on that left side. Also be aware that you don't want to grip your toes here. Don't let your back arch. Deep breath into your left side. And now as we exhale, come back through neutral. Take your hands to frame your right foot. Turn your left toes to point to the right wall. The right hand is going to stay on the outside of your right foot. Take your left arm up to the ceiling. Now, as we do this, we're trying to open the whole front of the body to the left wall. So pull your left shoulder and your left hip back. Now check the alignment of your shoulders, pull them down. Big breath in, slight tuck of the chin so you're not hanging your head. Exhale, the left hand comes down to the inside of the right foot. Turn your left toes now to point to the back of your mat. Start to straighten your right leg. So just start inching your hands a little closer towards your hips. The left knee is on the mat and the hip is just over the knee, maybe a little bit past it. The right toes, point them towards the ceiling. You can get a little more activation of the calf. And then even here, start activating your back, pull your shoulder blades down, open wide through your collarbones, spread your toes, lift your right kneecap powerfully in that leg. Big breath in, draw your right hip back, your left hip forward. Notice how small change makes a big difference. Exhale, right knee bends, walking your right foot to the outside edge of your mat. Hands stay inside, both hands inside the right foot. We're coming into a low lizard, they call this, or dragon. So you choose, you can have the knee up or down, making it more or less intense. You can also come down to the elbows if you like a little more depth. Hold here for one more big breath in. One more big breath out. If you're on your elbows, come up to the hands. If you have your knee down, tuck the toes, lift the knee. Step the foot back, hold your plank. Deep breath in. Exhale on or off your knees, lower down. Up dog, cobra, high cobra, you choose. Deep breath in. Down dog. As you're exhaling, activate your core. Squeeze the abdominal wall. Get your feet in line with your hips. Spread your fingers. Inhale. Left foot steps between the hands as we exhale. Take as much time as you need to set up your posture. Hands come onto your left thigh. Lengthen your spine. Right knee is down. Left hand on your left thigh, the right arm comes up. Keep the right hand up towards the ceiling, bicep by the ear. Left hand down beside you and start side bending to the left. Notice here we don't want to arch the back, so try not to pull your chest forward. Left hip back, right hip forward, and keep reaching with that right arm. Deep breath into the right side. Exhale, take the hand back down, framing the left foot with both hands. Turn the right toes to point to the left wall. We've got the left hand just outside of the left knee, foot, and take the right arm up to the ceiling. Now, as we're taking the arm up, pull the shoulder and the hip back. So we're trying to get the whole front of the body in line with that right wall. Keep pushing the outer edge of your left knee to the inner edge of your left elbow. Big breath in, opening up the front of the body. Exhale, right hand comes down. Turn your right toes to point to the back of the mat. Start to walk your hands towards your hips, straightening through the left leg. Draw the left toes up. Notice here, I don't want you sitting down on that leg. Just keep your hips slightly lifted. Draw your left hip back, your right hip forward. Spread the toes of your foot, left foot, and really lengthen up through your spine, shoulders down, crown reaching away from the shoulders. Deep breath in. Exhale, bend the left knee. Hands inside the left foot. Walk your left foot to the left edge of the mat and then find your posture. You can come down to elbows. You can lift the right knee. That will make it a little more intense. So choose what works. Keep thinking about drawing your left hip back, your right hip forward, and collarbones square to the front of your mat. Slow breath in. Think about directing the breath into that left hip. As you're exhaling, feel your right hip flexor release. Slow inhale. Long exhale. If you're on your elbows, come up to the hands. Big breath in. Tuck your right toes. Exhale, lift the right knee and step the right foot outside of the right hand. So now we've got both feet to the edges of the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. So walk your hands a little bit forward. Turn your toes out and exhale, drop your hips. Inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, bend. So for some of us, it's not going to be a deep bend. It doesn't matter. Spread your toes and widen your knees. Think about getting the arches of your feet off of your mat. Last 2. Last 1. Hold the hips up. Walk your feet back together. Inhale to stand. Arms reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Come to the center of your mat. Get your toes underneath your hips. Toes point forward. Inhale, the arms reach up. As we exhale, right toes out to the right. Now, keeping the arms separated for this one, soft bend in your left knee. Start to side bend to the left. The right leg comes up. So notice here, we're still lengthening through both arms, lengthening through that right leg. Point your tailbone down rather than to the wall behind you. Keep spreading the toes of your left foot. Now with the inhale, the knee comes into the chest and the hands come to heart. So remember, we've got those elbows wide, shoulder blades down. Take your right ankle to your left thigh and the right knee out to the right. So keep equalizing the balance in your left foot. You can stay here or start to bend that left knee forward. Remember, we're trying to keep the collarbones wide, the elbows out, shoulders back, core engaged. Point your tailbone to your left heel. Big breath in. Exhale to come back up to stand, right foot next to left. Reassess your balance. Inhale, arms up. Soft bend in your right knee. Step your left toes out. And now let's start to side bend. The arms are just as strong as your right leg. Pull your shoulder blades back and keep trying to square the whole front of the body to that wall in front of you. That left leg, that left glute really active. Inhale. Now with the exhale, come up to stand. Hands to heart, left knee to chest. Hold here, inhale. Left ankle to the right thigh. Draw your left knee out to the left. Stay here, strong arms, or if you want more intensity, start to bend that right knee. It doesn't have to be deep. Just start changing the center of gravity here as you bend. Challenging your body, challenging the stability of that right foot. Keep softening and spreading the toes. Tailbone points to your right heel, so notice we're not arching the back. Big breath in. Exhale, come to stand. Left foot next to right. Good job. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Walk the hands forward, step the feet back. Inhale to downward dog. Exhale, the right leg up, and then bring the knee to the wrist. We're moving to pigeon. The right leg is bent and the toes are to the left edge of your mat. Start to walk your hands forward so you end up on a diagonal with your spine. The left hand stays down. Pull your left hip forward, your right hip back. Now let's take the right arm up to the ceiling and twist to the right. So notice here the right hand is on a diagonal and in line with the left hand. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward, and the top of your left foot is on your mat, inner rotating that left thigh. Big breath in, shoulder blades down. Exhale, hands down. Walk it forward. You can stay down on your forehead or your elbows, whatever feels good to you. Breathe into your upper back. Let your exhale soften your right hip, soften your low back. Big inhale. Long exhale. Let's come back up, table, and downward dog. Take your time. Inhale, left leg goes up. Moving to pigeon on the exhale, left knee to wrist. If this is too much for your hip or your knee, lie on your back and do your figure four pose instead. If you're on your front, walk your hands forward, stay on that diagonal with your spine, and when you're ready, left hip pulls back. This time, left arm goes up, and right hip pulls forward. Activate your back, pull your shoulder blades down, and keep lifting your head away from your low back. That right arm is strong. Spread your fingers and push yourself out of the arm. Big breath in. Exhale, hands or elbows down to the front of your mat. Stay down. You can go further if that feels good. Choose what works for you. That right inner thigh is now internally rotated to face that left wall. Top of the right foot stays on the mat. Upper back is still wide. As you're breathing, you're expanding there. And with the exhale, you're squeezing and activating the abdominal wall. Next breath in, start to walk your hands back, lean over to the left, and take your right foot in, toes to the front of your mat, taking your hips up to your heels, taking your hands alongside the body, shoulder blades back and the arms at the height of the shoulders. As we inhale, roll down and reach the arms to the wall behind you. Exhale to come up, strong abdominal wall. If you need to, you can use your hands against your mat or behind your knees to help you come up. Just keep moving. Last 3. Inhale to go down. Exhale to go up. 2. Inhale down. Exhale up. 1. Now from here, lower down. This time we're taking the hands by the sides. Walk your heels closer to you. Point your toes to the front of your mat. Spread your fingers and spread your toes. Lift your hips. Now as we're here, we're trying to get strong through the spine. So try not to arch your back so much as lift the hips and then lengthen your back so that your tailbone is pointing to your knees rather than your heels. Notice how that changes where the effort of strength comes from. Your hands are beside you and use your hands to help press the floor, flatten your shoulder blades, lift your hips by pointing your tailbone up. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, lower down. 2 more like that. Inhale and lift. We're going to hold here with the exhale. Activate your glutes, point your tailbone up. Inhale, lower. Hips come down. 1 more, coming up. Hold at the top. Get strong into the glutes, long into the low back. Good job. Big breath in. Exhale to lower down. Stay with the hips down. Take your right heel to the ceiling, hands behind the hamstring, and slowly circle the ankle. And go the other way. See if you can go even slower. Hold to neutral. Take the ankle or the knee across your right knee and twist to the left. So right knee on top of the left knee and twist to the left. Gaze to the right elbow or the right wall. Big breath into the right side. Coming back up to neutral. Right foot next to left. Left heel to the ceiling, hands behind the hamstring, and slowly circle the ankle. And go the other way. We're doing this to get mobility into that ankle joint, so really slow it down. Take advantage of the movement. Holding here, bend the knee, take the ankle to the knee on top of the right, and then twist to the right. You can use your right hand on the outside of the left knee. Gaze to the left wall. Keep opening up that left lung, direct your breath there. And coming back to center, give yourself a squeeze, the hands to the knees, the forehead up. Lengthen your tailbone, squeeze the forehead into the knees. One more big breath in. Exhale to lower the head, lower the feet, lengthen through the legs, and moving into Shavasana. So you can have your hands by your side, on your belly, overhead, whatever feels most restful to you. Now close the eyes. And as you're here, set your intention for your day today. Bring a gentle smile. Start to move, bringing your knees to your chest, rolling onto one side, and make your way up to sit. Take your hands to your heart. Closing the eyes, realizing that you have so much opportunity ahead of you. Thank you so much for sharing your morning with me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Thanks, guys. What'd you think? I'm glad that you guys did that with me. All right. Have a great day. Love you guys. And we will do this again next week. Monday, we're doing a fitness class. And then Thursdays are yoga. Let me know if you need anything. Have a great day. Love you guys.